Durk's life behind bars isn't what anyone thinks because the rapper might be in serious trouble. The jail is known for inmates mysteriously losing their lives and deputies beating up inmates with CCTV cameras on. What is worse is that the public can't access the footage. A federal magistrate judge in Miami has ordered the rapper jailed without bond until he's transferred to Los Angeles for arraignment. Lil Durk has been forced to endure a world of pain and horror at the jail, and what goes on inside will have you worried for the Chicago rapper. Durk's life in Broward County Jail. Lil Durk's initial arrest that led to the murder-for-hire conspiracy charge occurred in Miami, a shocking development that left fans and the music community reeling. Authorities apprehended Durk shortly after detaining 5 alleged OTF affiliates, who were believed to have been involved in a plot targeting fellow rapper Quando Rondo. The intended attack tragically resulted in the death of Rondo's cousin, Lil Pab. As the details of the arrest emerged, the gravity of the situation became apparent. The charges against Durk are severe, with potential consequences that could alter the course of his life and career. Despite the daunting circumstances, Durk has decided to stand on business. It's being reported that the rapper intends on pleading not guilty to the charges. This new development in the case suggests a fierce determination to fight the allegations and maintain his innocence, even though he risks a lifetime behind bars or even a death sentence if found guilty of the charges. Insider reports have also revealed that he is in good spirits and his only complaint is about the food in jail. Interestingly, the source also revealed that he's getting along well with the FDC Miami staff, as well as his fellow inmates inside, with those in the know describing the guy as super charming and agreeable. But despite this, Durk is in one of the worst jails in Miami. Broward County is home to a jail system that has become the center of a growing controversy. The houses a diverse population of inmates, many of whom are mentally ill, medically weak, or have special needs. This facility has come under intense scrutiny due to allegations of abuse and misconduct by the deputies. The controversy began to gain traction when public defender Gordon Weeks, a staunch advocate for inmate rights, called for a full and transparent investigation into the alleged brutalization of inmates by Broward detention deputies. Weeks has been vocal in his criticism of the Broward Sheriff's Office, led by Sheriff Gregory Toney, for its refusal to release video footage from the jail's extensive camera system. This footage, he argues, is crucial for understanding the true nature of the incidents and ensuring accountability for any misconduct. This isn't looking good for the Chicago rapper, since anything could happen to him at the jail, and the CCTV footage wouldn't help improve any kind of mistreatment from the deputies. Sheriff Toney's refusal to release the videos has been justified by citing a Florida statute, which exempts security system video from public record. However, Weeks points out that the statute also allows for the release of such footage to other local, state, or federal agencies in furtherance of their official duties. This legal loophole suggests that Sheriff Toney could, if he chose, provide the videos to the public defender's office, raising suspicions about the reasons behind his steadfast refusal. And to prove that Durkio could be in a world of pain in this jail, there's reports that some inmates are beaten up in the full glare of the cameras and denied food for days. Freddie Lee Jones, a 38-year-old black inmate, was allegedly beaten by deputies while in solitary confinement. Jones, who was arrested for a misdemeanor count of criminal mischief, reportedly endured 2 days without food before the incident. That day, Jones reportedly splashed water outside his cell, an act that triggered the violent response from around 9 deputies. According to eyewitness accounts, these deputies stormed into his cell and began a brutal assault, punching, kicking, and beating Jones as he lay defenseless on the floor. The aftermath was a scene of horror, with blood staining the bed sheets and walls of his cell. The witness, who had no prior relationship with Jones, was so appalled by the brutality that he immediately reported the incident. The next day, Jones's lawyer found him in a wheelchair, unable to sit up due to the pain from his injuries. His face was a testament to the violence he endured, with 2 black eyes, cuts, a chipped tooth, and a swollen foot. Nikki Jones, his sister and caregiver, expressed her outrage at the lack of notification and transparency from the Broward Sheriff's Office. She revealed that the beating occurred within a view of the jail's cameras, yet the footage remains unreleased, shrouding the truth in secrecy. The Broward County jail system, with its 682 cameras, is designed to monitor and ensure the safety of inmates. These cameras provide comprehensive coverage, capturing multiple angles of housing units and individual cells. Yet despite this extensive surveillance, the footage remains inaccessible to the public and those seeking justice for the victims of of alleged abuse. What should cause Lil Durk to worry is that Freddie Lee Jones's case is not an isolated incident. Public defender Gordon Weeks has highlighted a series of troubling cases that reveal a pattern of neglect and misconduct within the jail system. One such case is that of Kevin Desir, a black man with a history of mental health issues, who died after a violent struggle with 6 detention deputies. Desir, who was experiencing a manic episode, suddenly became unconscious during the altercation. Despite the presence of video evidence, the public has been denied access, leaving many questions unanswered. The Broward medical examiner could not determine the cause of Desir's death, and no charges were filed against the deputies involved. This lack of accountability has fueled further outrage, as Weeks continues to demand the release of the video footage to ensure transparency and justice. Another case that shows the jail's horrors is that of Herbie Crussell, a white inmate who allegedly committed suicide while under the supervision of the jail staff. Crussell, known for being a beggar and addict, was housed in a facility meant to cater to inmates with mental health issues. His death, shrouded in mystery, raises serious concerns about the adequacy of care provided to vulnerable inmates. Joseph Williams, a 26-year-old inmate with a long-standing history of mental illness, also died in custody under suspicious circumstances. Arrested for an attempted purse snatching, Williams's mother had repeatedly expressed concerns about his mental health to the jail staff. Her pleas went unheard, and Williams died shortly after she began advocating for his treatment. But brutal deputies and suspicious deaths aren't the only thing Durkio should be worried about, because drugs often find their way into the jail. Well, turns out that the OTF head honcho has been struggling with drug addiction. Earlier this year, the rapper revealed that he had checked into rehab.
Listen, we got word that you were in rehab.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, can we talk about that a little bit?
No, we good. I want to embrace it, you know what I'm saying? Because it helped me a lot. I won't even say it was tough at first. It was tough at first, but it ain't that tough because I really knew what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I knew what was holding me back.
Durkio even revealed that he wanted to deal with his addiction to codeine and Xanax to become a better father and leader.
Is that what it was? Was code?
Yeah, that. I wanted better. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a better man, a better father, a better leader.
And now it seems all his hard work might be undone, because in July this year, an inmate died from fentanyl overdose. With drugs being brought into the jail, Durkio might find himself falling back to his old destructive habits. But how did he find himself in this situation? Turns out his plan to take out one of his ops was his downfall. But even worse is that he was sold out by one of the people who was key in the planning and execution of Quando Rondo's attempted murder and the murder of his cousin Lil Pap. This is none other than Durk's buddy, Brick Baby. Lil Durk's journey to Broward County Jail. When news broke out that the Chicago rapper had been arrested, there was a rumor that he had tried to flee the country. At the time, everyone thought that the blogs were trying to blow things out of proportion, but it turns out it was straight facts. The apprehension of Mr. Banks as he attempted to leave the United States is once again proof that the FBI and our extraordinary partners at the Los Angeles Police Department have a long reach, said the assistant director in charge of the FBI Los Angeles field office. As it turns out, the feds had been keeping tabs on him for a long time. The FBI had infiltrated his gang and knew his every move. It was during this period of heightened surveillance that the FBI learned of Lil Durk's attempts to leave the country. According to the indictment, U.S. Customs and Border Protection alerted the FBI when Durk booked 2 one-way flights to Dubai and Switzerland on October 24th. These bookings raised immediate red flags, as they suggested an attempt to evade the legal consequences of the unfolding indictment. While Lil Durk did not board the flights to Dubai or Switzerland, the situation took a more dramatic turn when the FBI discovered that he had also arranged for a private plane to depart Miami and arrive in Italy. This revelation added a new layer of urgency to the investigation, prompting law enforcement to act swiftly. On the evening of Thursday, October 24th, FBI agents moved in to arrest Lil Durk at the Miami area airport. The arrest took place around 8 p.m., just an hour before his scheduled departure to Italy. The swift action by law enforcement ensured that Lil Durk would not evade justice as he was transported to Broward County Jail. A federal magistrate judge in Miami ordered him jailed without bond until he is transferred to Los Angeles for arraignment. The federal indictment reveals that 5 individuals associated with OTF, Kevin London Grant, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Bryan Lindsay, and Asa Houston, were also charged in Los Angeles with plotting to kill rapper Quando Rondo. This plot is believed to be a retaliatory act linked to King Von's death. As law enforcement intensified their investigation into the activities of OTF, they uncovered a web of connections and communications that suggested a coordinated effort to target Quando Rondo. The indictment details how these individuals allegedly conspired to carry out the murder-for-hire plot, which ultimately led to their arrests. Court documents allege that the 5 men used OTF-affiliated credit cards to book flights and rental cars to the scene of the shooting, and now they are faced with grave charges, including murder-for-hire involving a death and the use of a machine gun in a violent crime. On August 18, 2022, a carefully orchestrated plan was set into motion, aiming to ambush and eliminate Quando Rondo in the heart of Los Angeles. The details of this plot, as revealed through federal court records, paint a chilling picture of the lengths to which individuals were willing to go in pursuit of vengeance. The day began with Lil Durk's associates, DeAndre Wilson, Keith Jones, David Lindsay, and Asa Houston, arriving in Los Angeles. They had traveled from Chicago to San Diego and then driven to Los Angeles, allegedly using funds provided by Durk himself. The group was determined to carry out their mission with precision and stealth, avoiding any direct links to Durk by following his alleged instructions to avoid booking flights under names associated with him. The feds revealed that they obtained information from Durk's iCloud where he warned them not to book anything in his name. However, despite the warning, they still went ahead and booked the flights using a credit card linked to Lil Durk and OTF. Upon their arrival, the OTF members met with Keon Grant, a top associate who had flown to Los Angeles on a private jet. Now this is where things get interesting, because an updated indictment has a new chilling detail. It turns out that Keon Grant didn't fly alone. Lil Durk was with him. Grant played a crucial role in the operation, securing hotel accommodations for the group, purchasing ski masks, and obtaining 2 luxury sedans to be used in the ambush, according to court records. Grant also provided Jones, Lindsay, and an unidentified third man with firearms. The group allegedly began tracking Quando Rondo as he traveled around Los Angeles in a Cadillac Escalade. Quando Rondo's car stopped at a gas station, which would turn out to be a grave mistake. Here, Asa Houston allegedly parked his car strategically behind the station, setting the stage for the ambush. As Quando Rondo and Robinson stopped at the gas station, Jones, Lindsay, and the unidentified third man reportedly exited their vehicle, armed and ready to take out their target. They opened fire, unleashing a hail of bullets in an attempt to kill Rondo. Tragically, Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil Pop, who was standing outside the Escalade, was struck and killed in the gunfire, while Rondo miraculously escaped unharmed. In the aftermath of the attempted ambush, the suspects regrouped at an In-N-Out hamburger stand, where they allegedly discussed payment with Keon Grant. The group then made their way back to Chicago, flying from San Diego, as authorities began piecing together the details of the brazen attack. After the indictment was made public, fans noticed something crazy. There were multiple people cooperating with the authorities. The hip-hop commentator took to his social media to share his findings, saying, "I carefully went through Lil Durk's paperwork, and there are 3 co-conspirators whose names are hidden. One of them was one of the 3 shooters, one booked flights for the shooters, and another one told OTF about Quando's location in LA. These 3 co-conspirators are probably cooperating with the feds against Durk and the other defendants," a tweet from DJ Vlad read. According to the indictment, 1 or more co-conspirators, including co-conspirator 4, learned that Quando Rondo was visiting California and staying in a hotel in LA. It seems like co-conspirator 4 was the one dropping Quando's locations. And what's crazy is that during a recent interview with Whack 100 might have uncovered who co-conspirator 4 is. This is none other than Brick Baby.
If you go in there and look at that report, number 4 is a local guy that was dropping Quando's locations.
According to Whack, the world thought that the shooting in Atlanta that almost killed Quando Rondo and saw the rapper's cousin die was a drug deal gone bad between Armenians or Persians.
We all thought that was a bad drug deal, weed deal. You know that. The world thought that that shooting was a bad weed deal between some Armenians or Persians. That's what the world thought.
However, in February 2023, Brick Baby went on social media and declared that no one can say that OTF didn't slide for Von.
And it wasn't until February of 2023 that Brick Baby goes on the internet with Flacco and says, out of nowhere, the world is oblivious to this. I guess they can't say OTF didn't slide for King Von anymore.
In the said video, Brick Baby revealed that OTF had slid for Von because they had taken out Quando Rondo's cousin.
They say you can't say that no more.
Why? Oh yeah, because of no. Like
They
who
say
died?
you can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FVG Cash? Or who?
Nah, because Lil Pop.
But this isn't the only time Brick Baby told the world about their hit because he hoped on a track and spilled the beans. In the track Not Enough, he raps, "He was dirking trying to hit, now he in a blunt. We dropped a 100 shots, go dig your partner up." In another part, he raps, "The last one we turned into a pack, we got 1 million plus." Now this is where things get interesting because it turns out when the feds heard Brick Baby saying that, they went after him.
March, the feds get on Brick. We don't know this.
When Brick got picked up by the feds, everyone thought he had caught a gun charge. However, it was soon discovered that they wanted his cell phone.
We're under the presumption that it's an AK-47 case. But what really happened was they came there to get his cell phone.
But there's more to this because after the shooting, the feds told Quando Rondo that the gang that he was repping, the Rolling 60s Crips, had set him up.
What you think the police told Quando?
That the Roll 60s set him up?
It turns out Brick Baby and Quando Rondo were repping the same gang, and when Quando landed in Atlanta, he checked in with his gang for protection.
What was he claiming?
Roll 60 script.
Where Brick Baby from?
Roll 60 script.
Who you think he checked in with?
Roll 60s?
With who?
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
It's kind of clear that Brick Baby might have dropped Quando's location to his ops, because after the shooting, the Savannah rapper took to social media to denounce his gang, claiming that they didn't have his back. But it also turns out that Brick Baby isn't the only one who went on the internet to talk about the crime, because the indictment revealed that Durk actually rapped about it in his music. What's crazy is that the indictment also mentions the exact song, which means that Durkio's lyrics will be used against him in court. In the track Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy, which is in the indictment, Durk raps, "Told me they got an Addy, go got location, go green light, go, look on the news and see your son, you screaming no, no, and all them hanging with him. If you know, you know." Durk was talking about Quando Rondo, who was caught on camera screaming after his cousin. Lil Pob was shot and killed by Durkio's OTF shooters. Durk's court case is about to be wild. His buddies snitching on him, his violent lyrics being used in court. The rapper is about to face a case like none he has faced in the past, and Durk has faced quite a few in his time. From gun charges to attempted murder charges, the Chicago rapper has one wild rap sheet. Lil Durk's criminal past. The OTF head honcho was a regular in jail before he became a successful rapper. His days behind bars date back to 2011 when he was arrested on a weapons charge. Being his first offense, Lil Durk was sentenced to 3 months in prison. This wouldn't help him get off the streets because just 2 years later, the rapper was arrested again and charged with unlawful use of a weapon by a felon. This time, he was given 18 months probation after pleading guilty. However, during this probation, Durk was allegedly caught by police in possession of 2 guns, leading to another weapons-related charge. The case was eventually dropped after a judge ruled that the rapper was not in possession and control of the guns and therefore did not violate his probation. And in 2019, Durk was caught up in an attempted murder case and was taken into custody in one of the most drama-filled arrests. The Atlanta police issued an arrest warrant for Durk on May 29, 2019. The Chicago rapper was hit with 5 felony charges. These included criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, unlawful association with criminal street gang to conduct or participate in crime, possession of a firearm during commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Despite the fact that he was on tour when the warrant was issued, Durk canceled everything and went straight to Atlanta. He immediately dropped a record titled "Turn Myself In." The next day, the rapper wasted no time in getting ahead of any narrative by granting WSB-TV an interview at his lawyer's office. In the interview, the rapper revealed that he was about to surrender to the authorities the same day. According to him, he had nothing to hide nor nothing to run from.
You're about to surrender as we speak.
Yeah.
How come?
Because I have nothing to hide. Like, I have nothing to run from.
Lil Durk also maintained his innocence and denied committing any of the 5 charges leveled against him.
Did you do it? Did you shoot this man? Did you commit the other crimes of which you're accused?
No.
The rapper then proceeded to surrender himself to authorities at the Fulton County Jail the same day. Years later, the case would take a different turn. In late October 2022, all charges against Durk were dropped due to insufficient evidence. Durkio's fans thought that he was done catching cases because he had turned to Islam and even gone to rehab to clean himself up. The rapper even took to his social media to reveal that he had turned over a new leaf and would not waste his new life after all his felony cases had been cleared. Everybody should get second chances at life. It's about what you do with it. Alhamdulillah, my background wiped and clean of all cases. I ain't a felon anymore. Who would have thought? I want to thank everyone who helped push my vision forward. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. The rapper posted. But that's not the only time the rapper had publicly revealed that he was a changed man. On August 18th, 2024, Lil Durk made a public declaration that would reverberate through the music industry and beyond. Taking to Instagram, the rapper shared a post that was both personal and profound, reaffirming his Muslim faith and denouncing his past involvement in gang life. The post read, "Don't label me nothing outside of a man, a father, and a 1000% Muslim." He followed this up with another post that read, "I don't gang saying I'm a Muslim. Basically what I was saying on my post in so many words, you can't do both. I'ma be the one who say it. So if you follow me as a brother, a friend, an icon, follow me to my new chapter of life. When I make music or rap what I seen and been through, not telling you to go do it, huge difference. The music won't change, but my life goals will. Durkio had really tried to turn a new leaf because in 2020, he took a monumental step by establishing the Neighborhood Heroes Foundation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uplifting and empowering everyday heroes, working to bring positive change to their neighborhoods. The foundation was born out of Durk's vision to provide resources and support to those who are often overlooked. He recognized the potential within his community and sought to create opportunities that would inspire and enable individuals to thrive. The Neighborhood Heroes Foundation quickly became a beacon of hope, offering programs and initiatives aimed at education, community development, and social justice. One of the most groundbreaking initiatives he introduced was the donation of music royalties to support his philanthropic goals. In a move that shocked the music industry, Durk announced that a portion of the royalties from his song Bedtime would be directed toward his Neighborhood Heroes Foundation. Durk's partnership with Exceed Talent Capital further exemplified his innovative approach. By allowing fans to own shares of the music from his OTF record label, he made investing in music rights accessible to the everyday person. This initiative not only empowered fans, but also created a new avenue for generating funds to support charitable causes. In collaboration with Amazon Music, Durk also launched the Durk Banks Endowment Fund, a college tuition program designed to provide scholarships to Chicago kids attending Howard University. This partnership resulted in significant financial contributions, including a $250,000 donation to Howard's financial aid program, the Grace Grant. The fund awarded scholarships to students who participated in the Neighborhood Heroes HBCU College and Career Readiness Cohort program, furthering Durk's mission to support education and empower the next generation. Durkio tried to change his image, but now he's behind bars and his life is very different from what he's used to. Will he survive till he's transferred to LA for arraignment? Only time will tell. Meanwhile, you can watch similar content by clicking on the boxes playing on your screen.